Okay, welcome to the today's session. So we discussed yesterday about some of the concepts of framework design, where we spoke about logging and Excel handling. And today we are going to talk about reflection concept, which is a good concept in Java, which helps us sometimes with keyword-driven framework if we want to design that. But before I start, do you guys have any questions? CSV file handling is not same like Excel file. We covered that aspect when we were discussing Java. You remember we discussed regular expressions and we discussed file handling. We used the class file reader, buffered reader, and we read a CSV file after splitting it line by line. Yeah, that's how you handle a CSV file. Okay. Okay. So I will show you guys the concept of reflection first with a small keyword driven framework. So what we have available is a function file. Okay. It's a function library called as the keyword library, which has got some functions like open, which will open the browser, navigate, which will navigate to a page, click operation, which takes as information an object string, and based on the information available in the string, it is able to create an object locator. Then the type function, which takes object information as a string and data as a string. And then again, based on the object information, it creates a by object and performs the send key operations on that object. Wait for close browser. And this is the fetch object method, which takes as argument a string. Then it splits the string on an equal to. If it is linked text, it uses linked text property. If it is name, name property. If it is ID, ID property. So that's how it does. So this is my keyword library. Now let's say what the concept of reflection says. So the concept of reflection basically says, it tells us that we are able to call a method from the class without actually knowing, without actually using the calling function. So what it does is, so far how do you call a method from a class? So you say, let's say we are defining a person class is equal to new person, right? And then you say p dot, let's say define name. So to call a method, basically do this, right? You create an object, then you use the accessibility operator and you call this method define name and you pass the variable. That's how you do. But reflection says that, let's say my class has lot of methods. I don't have to call the method. like this, I can just call the method dynamically. So you don't have to know the name and the number of arguments which are required to pass to the method. To call the method, you can call the methods at runtime. That information or that work we can do with the concept of reflection. So how does reflection behave? Let's see. So to use reflection, we are going to first import the reflect method. Then we create some static objects like action keyword, argument 1, argument 2, and a method array. So we define this action keyword, we define argument 1, argument 2, and a method array. And we create this ref object of keyword library. Keyword library is this class. For that we create an object, the name of the object is ref. Then we say ref is equal to new keyword library. We define ref as new keyword library. We create a method. So method is equal to ref.getClass.getMethods. So what is ref equal to? Ref is equal to .getClass.getMethods. Okay. This is what ref is equal to. So at the runtime, it will fetch all the methods and store it in the method array. So this is dynamically fetching all the methods associated with the ref class, which is the keyword library class, and storing that information in the method array. Then in my D drive, I have my testcases.xls. Let's see that file. So I will put this file here. Now we set our Excel file which we would like to read. So we start from row. So we say row is equal to 1, row less than 10, I++. We define our action keyword. So we fetch the first cell data, which is an action keyword like either open, click, type, or wait for. Argument 1 is object information, argument 2 is data. If you guys have seen Selenium IDE, you will find out that this looks exactly the same. Then we call this method execute action. Execute action is where reflection is being used. So you iterate through that method array which you have filled at runtime. So if the method getName equal action keyword, then we dynamically fetch the parameters, input parameters the method takes by calling the getParameterTypes method. If the parameter type length is 0, we call the method invoke. If the parameter type length is 1, we call the method with 1 argument. If the number of arguments required are 2, we call the method with 2 arguments, and then we break. So that's how the concept of reflection is working. Now let me fetch this test case file and then I will show it to you guys. Let me just see where I have put it. Okay. So here, this is how the file would look like. You will have keyword like open, click, type, type again, and here you will pass the actual argument. So let's say you will say here link text is equal to my account. So name is equal to email underscore address is equal to password. So I'm passing the object locator values. And here you are passing the actual username and password, and here are the keywords. So it will read the keywords and then it will pick up the URL of the application to open the browser. Okay. And here you will be passing the actual keyword data. So this is how your keyword file would look like. So it will read the keywords one by one, pass argument 1 or argument 2 to call the method dynamically depending upon the keyword parameters it takes and the line it is reading. Is this clear to you guys how this particular reflection concept is going to work? No problem, Enomin. So, like this is the first time you have told me that. So if you are getting errors, we will make you the presenter and see where and why you are getting errors and then we fix it. What is the benefit of such a framework? The benefit of a keyword driven framework is that if you have, you can allow your business analyst, etc., to actively participate in automation because this kind of a framework hides the coding. So your manual testers or your business analysts are just creating information on an Excel sheet. And at the back end, your engineers have written the code which is reading this Excel sheet and doing the work. And a hybrid framework is a combination of function library and your data. So we have seen page object model, we have seen today function library, we have seen data handling. A combination of all of this would be hybrid framework. Okay. So Enomin, do you want me to make you the presenter and let us see what errors you are getting? Okay, so I'm giving you the presenter request. Made you the presenter. You can start sharing your screen. Okay, I can hardly see your screen. Can you close one window and just open one? Minimize one window and open just one. Maximize it. Is there a way to increase your font? It seems like your GRE configuration is not appropriate because you're getting no class definition error. So we need to fix that because that's exactly the problem is. So I am not able to see the Project Explorer part. So what I will do is I will connect with you on Skype immediately after we end this session, if that's okay with you. And I'm going to see on Skype, or maybe I'll ask you to download. Can you download this software on your Mac system, TeamViewer? Can you try this? Are you able to download this TeamViewer? Have Mac? Sure, please try. Nadia, meanwhile, do you have any questions? Because we are like kind of done with what all we had to discuss. So if you have any questions, let me know. No, I don't think so. If you guys don't have any questions, I do not have anything further to discuss. So you have my Skype IDs. If you face any difficulty in working with any of the things, you can just ping me or you can drop me an email and we can discuss it one to one also if you face any trouble. Nadia, are you on LinkedIn? Can you connect with me on LinkedIn? And if it is okay with you, I would request you for a recommendation. Can you drop one for me? And Enomin, are you also on LinkedIn? Yeah, can you guys please connect with me on LinkedIn, and I would request you guys for your recommendation, basically your feedback for this course. If you can drop in a few lines, that would be really great. So just send me a request. I will add you guys. So Enoman, were you able to install TeamViewer? Okay, so I'm going to end the session from here and I'm going to connect to Enoman on Skype and TeamViewer. So Nadia, if you have any queries, just let me know. And that's all we have. Okay then. Thank you so much for your time and happy holiday, guys. Okay, Enoman, I connect with you on Skype and on TeamViewer when we end from here, okay? Okay, bye.